Hello there and welcome to the Card Grotto. Today I'm exploring whether mixed media can be clean and simple. This is a video that I created for the Hero Arts YouTube channel back in May, so I apologise if you've already seen it, but if you haven't, I hope you enjoy watching. I'm first taking the Hero Arts Infinity dies. These are the hexagon shape. I absolutely love the shape of these dies. I'm really glad that they brought the hexagons out. They work perfectly for the bee theme that I'm going with today. I'm taking 3 of them and I'm die cutting them with Hero Arts Canary cardstock, and I'm going to run them through the Hero Arts compact cutter. So this is a little die cutting machine that's really handy to have on your desk, and although it's obviously a small die cutting machine, it's quite good because actually the plates are quite long, so you can actually fit quite a lot in it. So I'm just running that through the compact cutter, and then I can pop the hexagons out. I then want to add some interest onto these hexagons, and that's really where the mixed media comes into it. So I'm taking the Hero Arts Tiling Textures stamp set, and I'm going to use the honeycomb one at the top. This is a stamp set that's got 6 different patterns in, as you can see, and the idea is that they will all line up so that you could stamp them multiple times. So for example, if you wanted a whole card panel with the hexagons on, or the honeycomb, whatever you want to call it, they would all line up perfectly one next to each other. So you've got kind of like a half hexagon at the top there on the right hand side, and then you've got the other half on the left. So if you were to line them up next to each other, they would line up really nicely. I'm not actually doing that for my card because my hexagon pieces actually fit inside of that stamp without having to do that. But that is what that set is made to do. So I'm just figuring out here which orientation I want those honeycomb pieces to be. And then I've placed that in the mini MISTI, and then I can stamp that down using some clear ink. So I'm first prepping my piece with an anti-static powder tool, removing the excess powder with a brush, and then I'm going to ink up the stamp with Hero Arts Clear Embossing and Watermark ink. This is a clear sticky ink so that when I add embossing powder over the top, it's going to stick to it. So I'm just going to press that down, and I added the hexagon down onto the bit of paper in the MISTI with some removable tape, and I'm actually just going to leave it in there so that I can add my embossing powder without my fingers kind of getting in the way. And then also it's quite helpful when I add the heat on top, I'm not going to burn my fingers or anything like that because it is quite a small little piece. So I'm just making sure that my heat tool is really well heated up. And then I'm just going over that embossing powder. I am removing the heat gun, as you can see occasionally, just to make sure that I don't overheat that powder. So I've heated that until it's completely melted, let that cool down. And then I've done the same thing for the other 2 hexagons. And I'm just placing them back onto that paper there so that I can use that kind of like as a work surface to add some ink blending on top. So I want to add some more interest onto these hexagons. So I'm first going in with the Hero Arts Lemon Drop Reactive ink. And I'm using a large ink blending brush here, and I'm adding most of the colour kind of towards the edges, but I'm also doing it a little bit randomly so that some of the colour is in the inside of the hexagons and some on the outside. Although ordinarily I would pretty much just go for it being on the outside because I'm going for what I think is more of a mixed media feel. I want to add it a little bit more randomly. I'm then going in with pumpkin pie ink. Now, since I made this video, Hero Arts have rebranded their inks to what is a core line, and so this is now called Fawn core ink, but it was called pumpkin pie at the time, and it is still the exact same colour. They've just renamed it. So I added that again in some random spots onto the hexagons, and now I'm taking the Hero wax in gold, and doesn't that just look so pretty when you open the tin? I absolutely love these tins. They're just so lovely, actually, the actual packaging, but then when you open them, it's just so pretty inside. They're just so pearlescent and really, really pretty. I'll be honest, I'm not even a fan of gold, but when I opened this, it was just the loveliest thing to kind of open it. The texture is kind of like frosting, I suppose. It doesn't really feel waxy or anything like that. This is a water-based wax, which is really good because you can mix it with water and do lots of different techniques with it. But when you kind of rub it over something with your finger, it's nice because although it does dry quite quickly and you can kind of feel that it's drying as you're adding it on, it's quite nice and soft as well. So it's quite sort of movable, if that makes sense. So I'm mainly adding the wax just around the edges where the darkest areas are. When you're looking at it kind of face on, like you are like in this video, you can't really see it that much, but when you tilt it in the light, it's just got this lovely kind of pearlescent look to it. And I think it just really adds something to it. You could definitely do this, I think, kind of like adding some embossing powder or some kind of like sprays, metallic sprays or something like that. But I think this wax works really nicely for how I wanted it to be, just kind of around the edges. So it's nice having it in that kind of texture kind of format, I suppose, in this medium, so that I can kind of add it just around the edges. And when I tilt that in the light, you can really see that pearlescence. But I do want to add a little bit more, so I'm going to go back in and add a bit more. And this really is what I think mixed media is. Technically, mixed media is just two different mediums together. So for example, like ink blending and Copic markers, or Copic markers and colour pencils, for example, they are technically mixed media. You are mixing two different mediums together. But for me, mixed media is kind of more of a style or a look, kind of like you were to kind of layer up different mediums like I'm doing here. For example, I've got the embossing powder, I've got the ink blending on top, and then adding the wax on top again. That to me is more mixed media, but I'd love to hear your thoughts on what you kind of think mixed media is. I know that technically it is the other thing, but for me, when I kind of see mixed media artists, it's definitely more of a style, I think, rather than anything. So I'm now mixing some of the wax with water because I want it to be a little bit more loose so that I can splatter it onto the hexagons. And this is just going to add a little bit more shine, I suppose, onto those hexagons, and a little bit more interest as well. So I'm just using an older paintbrush here. It does dry quite quickly, like I say, this wax. So I am going to clean off that paintbrush quite quickly afterwards. I'm then going to stamp the bee from the Hero Art Sweet as Honey stamp set. And I'm going to stamp it down onto some Hero Arts Deluxe Smooth White cardstock. And I'm going to use Hero Arts Intens-ified black ink. I am going to stamp it a couple of times just so that I get a really nice dark impression, and then I'm going to colour it with Copic markers. So ordinarily I do colour lightest to darkest with Copic markers, but I know that I want to add quite a bit of darkness just around the edges of the bee, and so I'm going in with my second to darkest colour first, which is the Y17, and then here I'm going in with my darkest shade, which is the YR27, and like I said, it's quite a bit darker, as you can see, kind of more towards the brown rather than the yellows. But when I then add the Y17 on top of that, it just blends in really nicely and just darkens up those edges, and I think it makes the bee look a little bit more rounded. So I'm then blending that out with the Y15 and then the Y11. Ordinarily, bees' wings are transparent, kind of in real life, so they wouldn't really be blue, but I quite like that kind of added pop of colour. So I'm going in with the B01, B00, and then blending them both out with B quadruple 0. I've then taken the coordinating frame cut, placed that over the top and holding it down with some low tack tape, and then I can pop that cute little bee out. I've then taken the Hero Arts Art Journal Messages stamp set, and I've stamped the sentiment that says hello onto some black cardstock and heat embossed that. I did cut off that border around the outside. I wanted it to be a little bit more kind of simple in look. I've then cut some more of the hexagons, this time from Deluxe Smooth White cardstock, and I've cut 2 layers of each of the sizes because I want to stack them up so that I can add dimension onto the back of the pieces that I have already stamped and ink blended. I wanted them to be stacked up rather than adding them with foam tape because I want my card to have some different layers. So it's quite nice, especially making clean and simple cards, to have different sort of heights and different levels. So just adding those with Hero Arts Precision Glue, and it's quite good to add them with the liquid glue so that I've got time to kind of wiggle them about and line them up as best as possible. I've then got a white A2 size card base, so this is a finished size of 4¼ inches by 5½ inches, and I'm just placing my elements down to start with so that I can see where I want them to go, see if I'm happy with the design and layout. I've then taken some precision glue, adding that onto the back of this first hexagon here, and I'm just bringing in my T-square ruler so that I can make sure that it's straight. I did decide to add the hexagons with one of the straight pieces at the bottom rather than the kind of pointed bits, so it's quite helpful so that I could see exactly to make sure that they were straight or not, although I don't think you would notice as much if they were the other way around. So just placing those 3 hexagons down. And then bring in the bee here so that I can see where I want my sentiment to go to first of all. And I've added some thin foam tape onto the back of the sentiment. And then I can pop that down on the top here. And again, I'm just bringing in my T-square ruler just to make sure that I add it on straight. Using my tweezers there just so that I can hold that sentiment, kind of hover it over. And then once I'm happy, I can press that down. And then again, I've added some thin foam tape onto the back of the bee. And to start with, I'm just adding the thin foam tape towards the top where it overhangs the hexagons. Just kind of placing that down, seeing exactly where I want it to be placed. And then I can press that down, and then I'm taking 2 layers of the thin foam tape and kind of layering them on top of each other, and then I'm going to pop that underneath the bee's bottom so that to make sure that he's got the stability under his bottom. That sounds odd, but you know what I mean, as well as over where the hexagons are, but I didn't know what height I needed that foam tape to be. And then to finish off, I'm just going to add some black enamel dots from the Neutrals Hero Hues set. I think this really just brings in the different colours together, kind of brings that black from the outline of the bee and then also the sentiment as well. So just figuring out here where I want them all to be placed. Sometimes it does take me quite some time to figure it all out, but I wanted some to be kind of like on the outside and some in the inside of the hexagons. So just making sure that they're all well pressed down. And you can see here the different kind of heights as well, and also that beautiful pearlescent shine. So let me know what you think about mixed media, whether you can do it in different styles. I definitely think this card reads as a clean and simple card rather than what I necessarily think of a mixed media card. But I really love having that different kind of layers and textures on those hexagons. Links to the products that I used will be listed in the description bar on YouTube and also over on my blog. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you soon.